Hello and welcome to today's video. It's finally happening. When I first got requests for this video, it was when I made my bookshelf makeover. At that time, I would say that I had books that were in order, they were kind of organized, I had a system going. That is not the case anymore. It's been a while and I've gotten a lot more books, so there is no order to this. This is just me piling books because they no longer fit with the rest. So I just have pile. There's like more on the bottom. And then I also have some on my bed. It's no longer a shelf dedicated for a specific genre. I'm just going to go shelf by shelf and take the books out. I wouldn't be close up showing you each shelf because there's like dust. I'm not going to go in depth about each book because there are a lot of books to go through and that's going to take way too much time. So we're just going to keep it very simple with the title, the cover, the author, and if I read the book, then I will see if I remember the ratings or the rounded rating. But we're just going to get started with the top shelf. By doing so, I need to remove the figurines. If you did want to know what I have a Ghost. I have these three, Luna, Tuxedo Mask, and Sailor Moon Funko Pops. I also have this Swan, it's that long brand I don't know how to pronounce, with an Ariel Funko Pop. So that pretty much is the top shelf, and we're just gonna go into each of the books here. In my arms right now, I have a stack of books, which you can tell I removed. Yes, I hid some things behind the books on the top shelf. Ignore any of the things that you guys see lying in the back. But here we are with the first stack. First book is Confess by Colleen Hoover. This was gifted to me by Lachlan, so thank you, Lachlan. Then I have It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This book I rated, I think, 5 stars. Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. November 9th by Colleen Hoover. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. This one I don't know what I rated this book. I think it was 5 stars at the time. Now it might be a 4 stars. Only because I've read better books now and this is not 5 stars for me. Another Colleen Hoover book is Layla, followed by Verity, which 5 stars. This one was just insane. We are missing one, which is It Starts With Us. I have right here. So here we are, It Starts With Us. Those are all the books that are owned by Colleen Hoover. Moving on to these. Dating Dr. Dill by Nisha Sharma. The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armis. I have this as 4 stars. I know there's a decimal point that I have along with the 4. I don't remember what it is. It's going to be rounded down anyway, so it's 4 stars. Set on You by Amy Leah. A gym book that I want to pick up soon. A Proposal They Can't Refuse by Natalie Kanya. After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have another one of her books. It's probably in the stack of pile on my bed right now. As you can see, everything is just out of place. So here we have the Crescent City book. Crescent City. This is House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. This is the sequel to that, and it's House of Sky and Breath. The 2 thickest books I own. The last 3 chapter books. The Huntress by Kate Quinn. This is The Demon King by Cinda Williams Chima. The post-it tabs you see here are Vivian's because I lent this to her, but I've never read it though. The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. Last but not least on this shelf is the Archie comics section. I haven't read any of these yet. These are the Archie and Me comics. I have volume 4, volume 75. That was out of order, but I have volume 8 next, 9. We're going to 78, 80, 262, 263, 252. Last one is 265. So most of these are Betty and Veronica. The one that is 78 and 80, these are World of Archie. I lowered you guys because we're moving on to the second shelf. We are taking a closer look at shelf number 2. Here are the beautiful Sailor Moon figurines and then my 2 astronauts. We can't forget Olaf dressed as Ariel, so here He is so scandalous, this one. So these are all the... Oh my gosh, I almost forgot Flounder. We also have Flounder. And that is all the babies that I have on this shelf. Now we're going to talk about the books. I didn't mention this early on, but if you are interested in the bookshelf that I have currently, I will have it linked in my description box. To start off the second shelf, I have Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carland. This is a second chance romance.
Oh my god, I think the dust is getting to me.
The Stopover by T.L. Swan. One Day in December by Josie Silver. I was going to read this last December, but it did not happen. Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. The Insiders by Tijin. Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Tan. Now I'm thinking if I want to take these out. I have Our Violent Delights. This is Our Violent Ends. Kingdom of the Cursed. Kingdom of the Wicked. I have the third book. It's just somewhere down there. This is Iron Widow by Siran J. Zhao. Sky in the Deep by Adrian Young. The Hawthorne Legacy. This is part of the Inheritance games. I don't know where the other books are. They're probably somewhere down on my shelf. Nightblood by Ellie Blake. This is Fireblood by Ellie Blake. Frostblood by Ellie Blake. These three are part of the Frostblood series. Very, very good trilogy. This is my standard when it comes to fantasy young adult series. This is the Folk in the Air. Folk in the Air series by Holly Black. This was also gifted to me by Lachlan. She's the best. Go check out her channel. This is The Wicked King, and this is The Queen of Nothing. Another complete series. This is Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. This is The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim. Sequel to this one. Another book by Elizabeth Lim, Unravel the Dusk, which is the sequel to Spin the Dawn that I showed you early on. Electric Idol by Katie Robert. Paper Towns by John Green. Looking for Alaska, also John Green. And I have All the Lovely Bad Ones by Mary Downing Hahn. I read these long ago. I have one more John Green book that I forgot I gave to Vivian to read. I am on the floor as we speak. We're going to move on to the third shelf. Off camera, I removed the two stacks that were on the third shelf, and this way you guys can look at the shelf like this. Here, I don't know if I mentioned early on, but I did lend two books, well, three books now that I'm finding out, because I also lent her The Fault in Our Stars. 3 books to Vivian, so I am lacking 2 books. I lent her Georgia All Along and Twisted Games. In this corner is Becoming by Michelle Obama. Twisted Love by Anna Huang. It's still 4 stars for me. An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. This entire portion of this shelf is the Addicted series and the Calloway Sisters series. First one, Addicted to You. Ricochet. This is Addicted for Now. Ricochet is my favorite of the 3 that I read so far. If I do continue reading this series, I will start with Kiss the Sky. This one is the first one of the Calloway Sisters. This is Thrive and Addicted After All. Going back to the Calloway Sisters, we have Hot House Flower, Feel the Fire, Rose and Connor's second book, Long Way Down, Some Kind of Perfect, all written by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is a very naked shelf. There's still more. I have The Heiress Gets the Duke by Harper St. George. I got this early on because I was in a Duke phase after watching Bridgerton. I haven't gotten to that yet. Josh and Hazel's Guide to Dating. Oh no, Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. I have The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. The Soulmate Equation, also by Christina Lauren. We can't forget Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. 5-star. I think I have this as 5 stars. It's still 5 stars for me because it made me feel emotions. Then we move on to Tessa Bailey. I have It Happened One Summer, My Killer Vacation, Hook, Line, and Sinker. This is the follow-up to It Happened One Summer. Book Lovers, People We Meet on Vacation, Beach Read. These are the 3 that I own from Emily Henry. Another author I own more than 1 book from is Mia Sheridan, Archer's Voice, 5 stars. Most of All You, More Than Words, both a love story. 3 for Mia Sheridan as well. Also from the same shelf, we have The Beautiful Ones by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, The Age of Witches by Louisa Morgan, Villainous by Sarita Rose, which is a vampire book. 2 books that I read from the same author. This is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan, and this is the Grip Trilogy. 5 stars, 5 stars. The Stand-In by Lily Chu. This is a celebrity doppelganger moment. Kingdom of the Feared by Curie, oh my god, Manis Kelko. Okay, well this is the 3rd book from that series. Okay, you belong up here. Melissa Blair's A Broken Blade. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. The Lost Ticket by Freya Sampson. I have more. This is You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogel. The Flat Chair by Beth O'Leary. I have another book by her, and that is The No-Show, which I have somewhere over there. I need to put that together when I finally try to organize. At least just keep the books from the same author together. This is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I also have more books from this author somewhere in there. I also have Romeo and Juliet that I had to read for class. A complete series that I have. It is Hades and Persephone by Scarlett St. Clair. This is A Touch of Darkness, A Touch of Malice, and A Touch of Ruin. For some reason I had The Damage by Tijan in between these books, but this one follows The Insiders. How did they separate? I don't know. Swear on This Life by Renee Carlin, the same author that wrote Before We Were Strangers. So I'm just gonna put them together now so I don't forget. Oh, I think I separated those books because I was planning on reading the first book. Moving on to the last shelf before we get on with the stacks. Before I go and start this section, I have a moon decoration. This was from, I think it was like at an arcade. I have a pot with pebbles in it, and I also have this light. It stopped working. You're supposed to hit it and it turns on. 3 Kisses, 1 Midnight by these 3 authors. Monsters Born and Made by Tanvi Burwa. The Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. Also by Abby Jimenez, it is Part of Your World. So many good things about this book, so I'm really excited. Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I have Unravel Me somewhere. Finally, this is The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Oh my god, they're not all hardcover. I know there's another book coming out by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and it's the Hawthorne Brothers, I think. I saw that somewhere. Do we want to know what I'm thinking? No. I haven't read this book yet. How do I know I like these characters that I want to buy the brothers? We don't. That's the thing. I have a problem. Anyway, here we are. I have Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. I have Magnolia Parks series somewhere. I think it's in this pile that I'm hitting right now. She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. Jasmine Galori's While We Were Dating. The Fixer Upper by Lauren Forsyth. Here is the pile that I was hitting earlier. One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This should be with After I Do. The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I have 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Jasmine Galore by the book Let's Put This Along with While We Were Dating. The Singles Table by Sarah Desai. The Takeover by T.L. Swan. Starry-Eyed Love by Helena Hunting. Dance of the Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings, and this is The Long Way Home. We're finally moving on to these. Here I have Love Book Taipei by Abigail Hing Wen. For You and No One Else, Roni Lauren. Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. How to Fake It in Hollywood by Ava Wilder. This is Love Scenes by Bridget Morse. To stop you guys from reading, I'm just going to stack it like this. A Brush with Love by Maisie Eddings. Maggie Moves On, Lucy Score. This is The Mixtape by Brittany Cherry. Elle Kennedy's The Deal. Oh my gosh. 5 stars. I love this book so much. Following that, I have You Loved Me Once by Corinne Michaels. Oh, I remember this bad boy. This is Beautiful Oblivion by Jamie McGuire. I still remember the first time I unboxed this and I was so confused. The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. Still 5 out of 5. Did a reading vlog on that. The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. Same author. Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. Emmy Lord's Tweet Cute. Mariana Zapata from Lukov with Love. I think I have this as 5 out of 5. If it's not, it's still 5 out of 5. This is Abby Jimenez, The Friend Zone. Why are you over here and not with the rest of her books? This is Annie E. Collins, Love at First Bite. Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. This is the sequel to that, which is Daughter of the Siren Queen. The Downstairs Girl by Stacey Lee. Historical fiction, if I remember. Empress of All Seasons by Emiko Jane. Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. The Tethering, the complete collection by Megan O. Russell. There's 3 books in one. This is the same thickness as House of Earth and Blood. Final stack of the final shelf. Here we have Rumple Buttercup by Matthew Gray Gubler. Vivian gave this to me because Spencer Reed wrote a book. Vivian got it. Emma Lord's When You Get the Chance. I know I have another book from her. Okay, there we go. Same author as Tweet Cute. The Trouble with Hating You by Sajni Patel. Sajni Patel also wrote First Love Take 2. Not Here to Be Liked. I don't know how to pronounce the last name of this author. Thank you to my cousin for giving me that. This is Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. Don't Hate the Player by Alexis Ned. And we're done with this. Now we're moving on to all of, okay, not this because we already went over this, but these. It's so busy in front of me because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 piles of books in front of me. But we're just going to focus on the ones behind me. First thing here is, this is the Cabrabelle series by Stephanie Garber. The complete box set. Okay, let's just drag this stack to the... That was a fail. I could get up, but I choose not to. Here we are with this stack. Light Lark by Alex Astor. Then I have these Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. I have the sequel to this, no worries, it's just probably in that fallen pile. Karen Slaughter, Pretty Girls. King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair, who wrote the Hades and Persephone series. This is the second book. This is Unravel Me by Tahira Mafi, also gifted to me by my cousin. Finishing this, I have Denise Williams, How to Fail at Flirting. Cousin gave me that. This is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. The Ballad of Never After, also by Stephanie Garber. Kristen Callahan's Dear Enemy. I said that as Dear Enemy. 5 out of 5 stars. Consider Me by Becca Mack. This is a special edition cover. The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. Moving on to this pile. Oh god. You know what? I'm just grab the top. Oh, okay. These are all the books that I read in my Let's Read 6 Books Together video. This is The No-Show by Beth O'Leary. 4.7. Another 4.7 is The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is 4.5 stars. This Time Next Year by Sophie Cousins is 3.3. Here are the hardcovers. A Ruinous Fate by Kaylee Smith. The sequel to these Hollow Vows. This is These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan. Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen. These books were shown in my most recent book haul, The Queen's Assassin and The Queen's Secret by Melissa De La Cruz. Hooked and Scarred, both part of the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. Okay, the actual final stack of this video. That just happened. This is Namesake by Adrienne Young. This is the first one of the Fable series. Obviously, I rated this, I think the average rating for these 2 books would be 4. I think I have this one as 4.4 and this one 4.3. So just say these are 4 stars for me. This is The Glittering Court by Rochelle Mead. The Dreamland Billionaires series by Lauren Asher. This is the Fine Print, Terms and Conditions. The Final Offer. No, Final Offer. I keep messing that up. Final Offer. There is no duh. Lake's Edge, Forest Fall by Lyndall Clipstone. Part of the same duology. More by Lynn Painter. I have Mr. Wrong Number. Another book by Kristen Callahan, and that is Managed, which is the second book of the VIP series. Come Back Home by Mila Gray, the one with the two people kissing on the cover. Last but not least, The Fastest Way to Fall by Denise Williams. This is the second book I own from Denise Williams. And that was it for today's video. Oh my gosh, let me just show you. I have this. 3 stacks here, this tiny one, this pile, these 2 piles, this tall stack right here. There's another tall stack. Behind me, I have these 3. I have that, and that's pretty much it. That was it for today's video. We went through quite a lot. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this bookshelf tour. It's not really a bookshelf tour, more like all of the books that I own. The damage I did in 2022 was insane, but I'm really happy that I have all these books, and also to the people who gave me these books. You know who you are. I did not mention this early on, but it happened one summer. It was gifted to me by a subscriber, and I forgot to mention that. I think it's gonna be a while before I do an updated all the books that I own, because I'm pretty sure I showed you 100+ books. I don't even think I read 20 of these books, so that is not a good number. Now, it's not a good fraction. Let's really get to more reading and less buying,
or maybe let's read and buy, so there's a good balance.
Anyways, I'm gonna end the video once again. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.